Dodgers to the Jets. What? Crazy. 60 mil for 1 year. Happens low. Currently sitting in traffic down in DC. Happens low. Yummy. All right, folks. We back in lab. We back in the studio. This is the Captain's Law Podcast. I'm your host, Rob. Good afternoon. Happy Sunday. This is your one-stop shop for sports, current events, and DMV community news. I finally got it. Let's get a clap on that. Special episode coming up, man. I got one of my main men from way back, from the Burtonsville days, man. I got Mr. James Turner, writer and film director, bro. What's going on? Let me get a clap for you. Let's get a clap for you. Just
thank you.
Tell the people, you know.
You forgot to throw in entrepreneur, but yeah.
Well, you can throw it in.
No, let me just stop.
And you also got your little man over here, man.
Yeah. A little guest with me.
What's your name?
Asher Jemai.
Say your name is Asher?
Asher Jemai. Asher is Hebrew. He got two first names. It's Asher Jemai. Jam capital Myi. That's my name, James, and his mama's name, Maisha, together. So,
okay.
Like Asher Jemai Turner.
Getting deep. Okay. Well, look, man, I ain't seen you since right before the pandemic in California. I know. Was I even podcasting then? No, I wasn't.
No, but
it was an idea then.
But it's crazy how the synonymous that my son's here and you're here right now, because I remember when y'all came out to visit. Shout out to Paint Branch 03 class, yes, sir. But when y'all came out to visit, and I remember that morning, like I was at a low moment in my life. Pandemic was just about to kick off, and I remember getting a call from his mama, who wasn't his mama at the time, and we broke up, and we ain't talked like a month. She was like, "I need you to come through," and that's when we found out that she was pregnant. So it was just funny because the moment I got that call, you were there in LA, you know, when it happened. So it's just that's like some full circle shit right now. That
cool, right?
Yeah, that's crazy though. That's crazy shit. I like it.
Okay, well we're gonna get into all of that, man. First and foremost, man, I know you just had a death in the family. Just lost your dad. So my first question is like, how are you feeling right now? How you doing?
I feel rejuvenated. I feel it's kind of hard to it's hard to express what I feel, because my father and I had an interesting relationship. Like he was in and out of prison. He's always been. Everybody's always spoke good about him. He's always always been good. But he was in and out of prison. Got out when I was like 20, and you know, we built the relationship as much as we could. We didn't make too many memories, but we built enough, because my mindset was to go to LA. So, you know, we hung out a little. And then before, you know, I moved to LA, crazy story. I found out that he may not actually be my father. I learned that right before I moved to LA in 2011. So, you know, I found out it might be somebody else who I actually believe is my dad, who I ended up talking to in May 2020. That's the only time I talked to him. And because he got a son that looks just like me. I don't never say nobody look like. But with my father who passed, he's who I grew up with, who grew up knowing was my dad. And, you know, but one thing about him I appreciated, all the time I've been in LA, he always checked up on me. You know, so, and always like let him know that he loved me. Like he was like, "You're my son, no matter what." So it's like, but I had resentment because it was like I didn't know who. I'm like, when you went so much in my life, we didn't have a bad relationship because he was a cool dude. When we tried, we was always last, but it was just like you were in my life growing up, you know. So, I kind of just carry that, you know, resentment, a little, and that's one thing I regret. So it's like, but it's like I haven't cried. I was like, I don't know if I. That's the thing. I've teared, but like, it's just like I was like, I don't know if I'm wrong for that. I don't know, but
Your
it's like,
emotion is your emotion.
you know, I got a chance to speak at the funeral. Like it was packed, and you know, let people speak, let me speak, and I didn't bring up what I just brought up just now, but you know, he was always cool though. He was, like I said, he was always cool. He always checked on me, and that's why I regret it. Because when I was reflecting on the messages, I was like, he checked up on me periodically throughout the years, you know, and getting to know his side of the family. Some I already knew growing up, but getting to meet more of them, and you know, just learning. Like he always claimed me as his, and everybody was like knew it was like that's the son from L.A. That's the son from L.A. So that lives in L.A. So um, I've gotten so. No, that's not. I didn't give you the exact answer because I just feel more. I feel inspired more, but I feel like that's more because I forgot to see my family as well on my mama's
Okay.
side, who I grew up on. So it was like I couldn't really tell you. I guess I told you, but I don't know, bro.
Well, look, I just the reason why I asked is because number one, it's fresh. You know what I'm saying? And number two, we kind of get to that age, pushing 40, and we're getting to that age where our parents is getting up in age, and this is when we really got to kind of start watching or prepping for the next life, things of that nature. So that's why I asked.
The thing that bothered me, it was sudden. Like I just found out like it was the 15th of May, that Monday. My mom hit me. Was like, yo, your dad got 6 days, 6 months to live. It was like some stomach cancer, and then like 3 days later, she was like, he's gone. It was like it was rapid, and I feel like he probably knew something was up, and he probably was just wanting to rest peacefully. That's what some of the people in the fam. Maybe I don't want to speak for nobody, but it seems like I think that's people are hurt because it just happened so fast, and nobody didn't get a chance to really digest it. So I don't know, man. I just know that you gotta cherish
You don't
women.
have to go too deep into
Yeah,
it, bro. I mean,
yeah.
that's just me,
No, I
friend to
appreciate
friend,
it.
just asking. I'm really just checking on your well being. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel inspired. I feel more blessed, because it's just like the relationship I didn't have with neither father. I pour into my son because I'm not used to having. I never had a father say, "Oh, I love you, I love you." So I don't know how it necessarily feels, but I know that it would be nice to hear it because when you see it in TV shows and you just see what dads do with their sons, it's like you wish you had that. So I tell my son like 30 times a day, I love him. I love him. He'll say it back. I'm like, I love you. He's like, I love you. I love you. I tell him because I wouldn't. And I was like, and it's like, this is my child. I'm allowed to shower him with love and tell him how much I love him. There's never enough love to give your kid, So it's like the love that I didn't get from a father upbringing, I put to him. It's like I said, I let the streets guide me. So
Okay. Okay, so let's move on to my next question, man. You talk about middle school and high school a lot. You talk about that a lot.
you said I talk about it.
Oh yeah, you do. Probably more than anybody I know. So talk
That's
to
the real
me.
shit.
Talk to me. Talk to me about how middle school and high school, and tell me how you ended up in LA. What happened in that period of time, and then you just said we graduated in '03, and then in 2011 you was like I'm gone. Talk to me about that.
You just said some real shit just now. I love when people say real shit. Because Edwin, my cousin, shout out to Edwin. He used to say the same shit. He said I don't do it now, but at one point, yeah, I did. Manicure and Paint Branch was like some of the most traumatic times in my life, and I didn't understand it at the time. I just knew because it wasn't even just high school. It was home, my family. I dealt with abuse. People who know my story know like how my family was, and so it was like Here's the thing. When I came to Banneker, I was at another school, and I was there from like second to middle of fifth grade. I was about to go to Sligo Middle School. This was in Wheaton, and I had a rapport with the school there. Like, I was the smartest guy in Highland Elementary. Motherfuckers would tell you, like, I was top in the math, top of the reading. I was good in sports, and I was funny. So I was in spelling bee. I had it, and it was just like I had that everybody enjoyed me. And then that's why I wrote my first story. I wrote my first story at Highland Elementary School when I was in third grade. Shout out to Miss Fitzgerald, and she gave me a class assignment to write a story. And I wrote a story in third grade, and that was where it stuck with me, where I was like, I want to write. And I started just visioning movies and stuff. And I guess that writing was a escape from the trauma I had at home, trying to fit in school and things like that. But then I eventually fitted in there. But then that winter break of fifth grade, my mom moved from Wheaton to Castle Boulevard, Ventura. And I ended up going to Greencastle. Shout out to Greencastle. And I was only there for the last 6 months. And that was like the worst, at the times, the worst thing that could have ever happened to me. Because, I wasn't a fashionable person, like really ever. But back then, even as a kid, but I was such a cool person that even at Wheaton, they didn't care how I dressed because I was just that dude in terms of, but moving to a whole neighborhood with my unique personality, it didn't connect with people. So that last 6 months at Greencastle, it didn't bode well for me going into Banneker and then missing the orientation for Banneker because I didn't even meet nobody. And then I didn't have the gear. So it was like, and then home, it was just everything was pounding on me. So it was like, but I always stayed with a smile on my face. I was like, I didn't realize how much it affected me. I just knew that the only thing people couldn't touch me in was football. So I was like, I knew that, but that's all I had, so, I was walking around. If you remember, I used to carry a pen and a pad. I used to come around a journal and stuff like that, and people used to make jokes about it. I didn't care. I was writing and shit like that. But the whole time, I was always having visions of turning. I was like, I need to turn these into films. And I always was just thinking about movies and create my stories that I'm going to create and stuff like that. And it was like my escape from the trauma I was dealing with, trying to fit in with everybody. And if you ain't cool, if you ain't got gear, if you ain't got none of those things, it's hard to fit in. So, I feel like it's crazy because I feel like all thing that was meant that went through middle school and high school, it was for a purpose. Because, I remember it was 11th grade. I'll tell you the moment. Because I don't remember sophomore year, I started to get a little fresh. I started getting ladies and stuff. People was like, okay, JT he getting his thing. I switched my name from James to JT in sophomore year. So,
Getting dangerous, huh?
Yeah, the people was like, okay, I was always funny to people and stuff like that. I was athletic, but I was starting to match the appearance of people wanted me to be. It was like, yeah, JT, yeah, cool, and I was with it. But there was a moment, and you know about this moment. It was a moment with a certain person that I still rock with to this day, and I saw. It's one thing you could roast me all day, you could talk shit about me, but I saw how fake people were to this man, who's still one of my best friends to this day, and I saw it in plain sight, and it just something happened to me in that moment. I was like, I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I stopped caring about parents. I stopped caring. That's why if you remember in junior year, I was barely coming to school, like to the last period and stuff like that. Sophomore, senior, I didn't give a fuck. I was like, I want to get the fuck out of here because I saw how the fakeness. Like I said, I could take it. Well, I couldn't take it at the time, but I had no choice but to take it. Getting clowned on and shit like that. But it's like it messed with my confidence and it messed with me when it came to women because women ain't respecting the dudes getting joned on.
So you saying that seeing your friend, people acting shady towards him, affected you?
Mm-hmm. Because I was like, it was like with that. It was that moment. I was like, I'm gonna go to LA, And I remember talking about it junior year. It was like, yeah, I'm going to go to LA. And people was like, you're crazy. You're nuts and stuff like that. In hindsight, I can see why motherfuckers was thinking it was nuts. Come on. Burtonsville, Maryland,
More
talking about
random.
going to LA, screaming out. I used to be in the hallway like, I'm going to take over Hollywood. In hindsight, I can see how motherfuckers being like, that nigga's crazy. Like, what? But it was something in here, bro, in this soul that just said it was going to happen. I didn't know how. And shout out to Miss Archery. I don't know if you remember Miss Archery.
I remember the name.
She came, me, Miss Archery, and things like that had me believe that God puts people in your life for a reason. It's vessels. I've been a vessel to many over the years. Miss Archery was a vessel. She came junior year, and she only did that 1 year in school, but she changed my whole life. She was the one, because the situation with him on a time, at the same time period that she was the one that was throwing the seeds in me, like, she was like, Mr. Chris Tucker, you're going to be famous. You're going to be this famous comedian. You're going to create movies and just do this stuff. She gave me that belief. She was the one person that spoke and gave me that belief, and I held on to that. And then she left junior year. But I was always like, where'd she go? Where'd she go? And social media, you had social media back then to find them. So I didn't know it, but it was stuck with me. And I was just like, I'm going to go to LA. I don't care about Paint Branch. I was like, let's get the senior year over with. I didn't even play football, and I love football. But I just wanted to get the fuck out of Paint Branch. And people used to ask me, like, I feel sorry for you. Like, I hope you do something with yourself. Like, motherfuckers used to say that shit. And it was shaky because after high school, I didn't go to college the first year. Then I ended up going to college in Allegheny, you know. Then I ended up doing MC. Granted, I graduated MC in theater because I told myself, if I'm going to do this, I told you what inspired me to move me to LA. But I knew if I was going to get to LA, I had to put in the work. I can't just go out there just because I'm mad at the world and I want to prove some shit. Like, yeah, I'm going to go to LA and I'm going to prove y'all wrong. No, if I want to do that, I got to prepare myself. So I was like, all right, I can write. I can write well. All right, so you want to turn to plays, films, learn how to do this shit. So after leaving Allegheny and went to MC, I studied theater. And when I studied the theater, excuse me for the line, I know it's long, but
Go ahead, bro.
You chop and screw it. Chop and screw. Nah. But no, I did theater there. And it took 4 years at MC. And, the not fitting in, it carried over into college. At this point, I got anxiety at the time. So I don't even go into campus cafeterias because I have anxiety of Banneker lunchroom, Paint Branch lunchroom. I used to get roasted on. So, or just being like, I always feel like everybody was staring at me like, oh, look at this guy, this Bama ass. I haven't said that word in a long time. This weirdo ass, because all I've been called is crazy and weird and shit like that. And that shit used to eat at me at the time. Like, why is everybody calling me crazy? Why is everybody calling me weird and shit? I knew I was different, but damn, I was like, why I gotta be all that? But I was like, it's something to me that is different, but I couldn't understand it. I just knew I was just following what's in here in the soul that just kept saying, do this, take the theater, boom, boom, boom. I got into play, boom, boom, boom. Then I graduated at MC in theater. And then I'm like, all right, cool. Now if I want to move to LA, I got to come with something. So that's why I did my first play in DC in July 2010. I did my play Love Game. Follow me, JT Love Game, actually, on Instagram, JT Love Game. But my first play, Love Game, I did in 2010. We had 5 shows, had 2 of them sold out. And that was that moment I was like, all right, I'm ready for LA. I did stand up out here too. I don't know if you knew that. Remember, I did stand up for like 5 years. I had a spot in Adams Morgan.
How was that?
It was fun. A lot of comedians hate it. I understand why, because they was putting work in night in and out, and then I wasn't hitting the circuit like everybody else. But I ended up getting a spot in Adams Morgan. I don't know if you remember, I had the spot on. My grandma linked me up, who just dropped me off here too, and somehow knew somebody who had a spot at Adams Morgan, Heaven and Hell. I'm like, you want to do a comedy? And I was doing shows at MC anyway, doing a little something like, I love putting shows together. So, but that craft built me into LA, because I've been doing the same shit I did out here, I do in LA. And, so all that creativeness prepared me for it. Then finally doing the play, I said, I could do this shit. So I took my play, went to LA, and did the play in LA. And that's pretty much.
And that's how you ended up out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, y'all always know I've been long-winded. Y'all forgive me.
It's okay. So It's some words that you used, and I definitely need you to go in context. You used the word surviving. You see, it's right there in bold.
Yeah.
You said surviving 12 years in LA while trying to become a writer director. Talk to me about your challenges and your setbacks. Now you out there. You ain't here no more, and you out there on your own. Talk to me about how that is.
First, you gotta find out LA is a big ass city, and I don't care how talented it is, wherever you from. That shit don't matter when you come to LA. It matters in terms of you utilizing it, but it's about it's a survival. Always people say, "How's LA?" I say it's a beautiful struggle, because it's a fucking struggle, but it's beautiful, especially when you have those beautiful moments when you're doing what you love to do. Like when I have a play that I created and sell out, it's a beautiful feeling. People laughing, I'm doing the lights and sound, actors off script, performing, and people just like, "Oh my God, this is what I needed." Like it's one of the best feelings. In ways, it's better than sex. So just that zero feeling of people just enjoying something, And I appreciate the theater gift, but the industry, I've learned a lot about the industry that was very traumatizing to me. And, I had to ask myself over the years, is this what I want to do? Even though I've continued, ask myself what I was going to do, understand how this industry is, and if that's the route you want to go. And if you do, how you going to move around it. So it was like, and then, mind you, stability has been my biggest problem. I'm a grown man about my shit. Stability has been my biggest issue. And the stability comes from the goal of wanting to create this, not be stuck in a cubicle or a box at a job to where I can't put the work into the craft. So, but then the industry is what sucked the life out of me. And it made me question for years if I wanted to stay out there. And a lot of people are fake out there. LA's taxing to your soul. And a lot of people sell their souls. So it's like if you're a genuine person, you gotta have tough skin. And you gotta just align yourself with the right people. But you don't know who's the right people. You just gotta just trust that people have your best interests. So I've been homeless mad times. Like, I've done plays and been homeless. When I came out there, I was going through some shit.
But homeless is different there than
It
being
is.
here. So the one thing I noticed, when we came to California, that was the first thing I noticed. I was like, damn, there's a lot of homeless people out here. But then once we was just kind of riding around, joyriding, I started seeing a lot of like abandoned cars. I started seeing a lot of mobile homes, RVs that look like they haven't been moved in years on like busy streets. And that's when it was conveyed to me that it's people living in these joints. They said that you could have a full-time job in California and LA and be homeless. So it ain't. Well,
you can have two jobs and still be going. And now you got money saved up. But then how you utilizing the money? Are you spending it and saving it for something, or are you spending it on bullshit, going to the clubs and things like that? So it's like, but it's expensive. LA's one of the most expensive, if not the most expensive city to live in. And, I know people with two jobs or work for, or are executive at a company, but they still got roommates, because the cost is crazy,
So how'd you maintain your motivation to stay out there, even knowing that you pretty much out on the street?
Knowing God had a purpose for me. That's really why I'm still in LA. Like, a lot of us are vessels in this world. Somebody told me a long time ago, one of my theater acting buddies, there's people that are called on, and then there are ones that are chosen. And then you got the few that are both. And he was like, you're both. And, I've created, I have a gift as a writer, just me as a person that strikes nerves in people. That could be good nerves, that could have bad nerves. So I knew I had a purpose. So sometimes when I'm at my lowest moment, I want to go, I'm like, again, that's so the spirit that's in here that just be talking to me, but like something that's just saying, you got this. You got this. Don't trip. You're going to get through this. Times where I had to sleep on the train and things like that and go straight to rehearsal, stuff like that, early years. it was all for a bigger picture. You got this. You know, you bigger than this. And I was like, I'm not going back to face the disappointment of motherfuckers, because a lot of people thought LA was just a talk. Then that I make it, I don't think nobody expected me to be out here this long. I didn't even know if I expected to be out here this long. You know, but keeping that faith, I moved out there on faith. And I said, have trust in God and build relationships. So some of my closest friends are actors, writers, you know, fucking just somebody who works at the office. I just trust in the energy of people and who they are to me, if they're meant to be in my life. You know, that's how I usually have proper discernment. So, but I keep my inner peace. I keep my inner happiness. That's the two things I came into LA saying. Have my faith, keep my inner peace and happiness, because I was like, it was gonna get trying. It was trying like the first 2 months out there. Like I got tested right away. You know, like, can you handle this? And it's like, it builds you, which comes back to paint, branch, and manicure and all that. All that shit I went through, even in college, I was doing shit in college. All that shit prepared me for LA. Because people may try me, but I wasn't scared of nobody back then. You know, when it came to the sports, when it came to anything, when it came to getting girls, I had motherfuckers hating on me. I've always had people hating on me. Niggas who got all the hoes in the world, but want to hate on motherfucking JT for getting a joint. Like, why y'all hating on me for? I'm like, y'all mad because she likes me because I can't dress, or I'm not matching your fly, but you can't hit that, but I hit it and you're mad at me. Why y'all mad at me for? You know, and it's like, that's still to this day. Everything that I've gone through back then still goes to this day. People don't roast me these days, because I'll roast motherfucking back.
Burtonsville?
Yeah, everything I went through.
Who's still in Burtonsville?
No, I was saying everything that I went through in terms of having people like hate on me and just be mad on when it came to the girls I dated and things like that. It's the same shit in LA. It's the same thing with fitting in. People don't roast me these days, because I'll roast back, or I'll punch a motherfucker in their lip. I don't really want to punch nobody, but when they try me, they see I ain't playing.
But my thing is this. So I get it coming up. You know, I used to get roasted too. I wasn't super fresh, but I was funny though.
Yeah.
I was always funny.
You always funny.
You was only gonna get me a couple of times. But my thing is,
you have good delivery on how you deliver things.
Yeah. But my thing is, so now we 37, 38 years old. So it's like, at what point does none of that shit matter? Like, all right, bro, like I'm doing what I gotta do. This is my purpose. And at what point can you just tune that out and just kind of do your thing? Because, I mean, not saying that you're not still going through this, but how long are you gonna keep, like, I won't say dwelling on it, but like, at what point are you gonna say, you know what, all right, fuck all that. I'm doing what I got to do now.
When I see everybody at the 20-year reunion. On some good shit though, because honestly, I think I don't hold resentment for it now. But me talking about it right now is just like, because I've always talked about it, I've posted about it and things like that. So it was like, put it to the forefront. But now, I don't know what happened over, I think it was probably this boy right here, you know, but, you know, I love seeing people doing their thing that I grew up with, like yourself. Like I told you, I felt like this is a nice spot. Like, this is inspiring. Like, I'm proud of you. Just 'cause I remember you from Banneker. Do you remember we was a team on the teachers versus students at Banneker? Do you remember that? We was
getting mopped the hell up.
Yeah. I was going to actually remember that, but
I remember the outfit.
Yeah.
I remember the green shirt with the bleach stain in the back.
I remember shooting up a shot, and I bricked that shit off the backboard and hit rim. But I was just trying to shoot it because I knew we only had like 30 seconds to play.
They got us off quick.
Yeah. You know, so I see people who's, you know, I be seeing people on social media and they got this stuff, they be married and things like that. Like, I just spoke to Ashley Malik earlier, and that's the first time I'm talking to her in years. But I was just like, it's just like, I love seeing people. Shout out to Ashley. You know, I still be chopping up the people back home. I talked to Stacey Saw. That's what made me hit Ashley, because I still chop it up with her over the years. You know, I still keep in touch with people in LA, from LA out here, because especially where I'm at in life now, because it's like I'm gaining the little closures and closing the wounds that I had. And I've learned that from psychology, that you gotta find those closures. So for me, I reach out to people just feel, and people reach out to me and show me the love. And And a lot of people have shown me that love and reached out and was like, yo, I just want to let you know you helped me. I'm like, I'm traveling the world because of you, or just 'cause- and it's like I've learned to understand that I was not the guinea pig, but I was that I guess the sacrifice to, people seeing things differently, because I get a lot of love from people now, and I have a lot of love for motherfuckers. Like I want to go to the 20-year reunion, not even in any means to stun on anybody, because I ain't really got shit to stun on.
You didn't go to the 10-year one, did you?
Nah.
10-year one. A lot of people didn't come, but for the people who was there, it was fun.
I just want to see people because I'm so happy seeing so many people that are doing their damn thing, yo. I'm not a hater. I love seeing people doing things. Like I said, I've just so many. I've talked to Brandon Conway mad times, Evan Campbell. Like he became my cousin because his cousin's married to my mom, so we became family in 2010. And it's like seeing my man Chad. He's engaged. For people know, shout out to Chad Miller.
Chatty Mills.
So it's like, and even just people I didn't even not that tight with, and just seeing others doing their thing, seeing people married, and like I love that shit. I'm jaded these days, so I don't got that same romance that I had back then.
So I get my next question for you. It's off topic. Did you ever or would you ever consider going to therapy about this childhood traumas?
I actually go to therapy now. I just started going like a month and a half ago. I got this lady.
How's that going for you?
It's cool. I've learned that my trauma's not. My traumas now is not too much based on the shit from high school. All this shit now, it's more on shit I got going on currently that I got to work on.
Okay.
So I really don't, because in the sessions I really don't talk about back home. That's why I'm like, I don't really care anymore. Because I don't really talk about, oh yeah, I just this and that, my family and things like I really talk about the shit I got going on, because LA is taxing to your soul. I'm thankful for what I went through. Thank everybody, good, bad, and ugly, that I came across in my life that inspired me, because it prepared me for LA. Like 7 years in LA was tougher than the 25 years I spent out here. Just the first 7 years. Now I'm 12 years in. Because there's so much that hits you with. When you see the industry, you just like so much. And, I've almost lost my life a couple of times out there dealing with motherfuckers. But God be protecting me. I got guardian angels. So.
Okay. So let's talk about your projects, man. Are you working on something currently?
I was shooting a film. Well, I am in the middle of a production of a film.
Tell me about that.
It's called Laughing My Own Jokes. I shot about 25-30% of it already. I tore my Achilles in February, so I couldn't work to continue funding it. And the investors that I had didn't fall through, but I still been shopping it because I have enough for a trailer right now.
Okay. What's it about?
It's about two comedians caught up in a love triangle. A woman they love, and she loves them back. It's like betrayal, backstabbing, things like that. But the film has actual stand-up in the film. So it's going to be stand-up in the film, but whatever, actual storyline.
Okay. So tell me about your best work that you done put out. What's the best project you done put out?
Probably Black Dads, my last play I did in December 2021 that had this little man in it. He was 14 months at the time that was in the play too, because it was shedding light on Black fatherhood through childhood friends, but it was showing that even good dads have their own struggles when it comes to life within and stuff like that. So it was showing dads from different backgrounds, married, single, baby mama drama, but they all, no matter what they got going on, one's a player, they be a womanizer, but they all still good fathers. They just got their own struggles with themselves. So it's like, that's pretty much, because it's like, I feel like it had a great impact on the dads that were there, or people who probably didn't have their dads. And it's like, I hope to turn that into a series one day. I feel like that was my best play in terms of just quality production, financial success, just like each play gets better and better. First, I used to struggle with getting the logistics organization, but as it got better, things start to just be smooth, and all I got to do, I could come in, AD, stage manager, they got people ready and stuff. I could just get things going. So I feel like that was my best project.
Okay, where can people find that?
I have it on YouTube, but it's on a special link, so I don't send it to too many people, because I don't want industry people to take my idea and stuff like that. Because we never had a project on Black fatherhood. Why is that? We never had all these shows over the years, decades of TV, but it hasn't been a show on Black fatherhood. You've had good Black fathers, like Good Times. You had, Fresh Prince. You got The Family Matters. You've had great fathers, but there's not been one damn show on Black fatherhood.
I think it was one.
What?
What about what's the Tyler Perry joint? I mean, it's Tyler Perry. Was it Daddy's Little Girls? Idris Elba? Wasn't that about fatherhood?
No, that was about him going through baby mama drama and fighting for his girls and stuff like that. That wasn't about. But like, I guess you
bit,
could
right?
say. I guess you could say that.
Just one. All right, so maybe just that one. That's the only one I can think of off the top of my head.
So let's throw that one in there. One out of how many damn Black movies? How many damn Black TV shows? Nothing on just, for instance, Black fatherhood. We got a lot of stuff on women.
It's actually a couple more. It's a few out there. I mean, I don't know what you categorize it as, but there's a couple of them. Some of them looked as like maybe comedy, or maybe not the seriousness. I think it's a couple of them out there. I mean, you can even look at Fresh Prince.
That's
Fresh Prince.
That's about the family. It's about Will Smith.
But there's a lot of instances in there where Uncle Phil had to come in and do Uncle Phil shit, and which is looked at as fatherhood
Well, I guess you can
moments.
say every Black show has a family, wife and kids.
If you're not talking about specifically, but I mean
just
parts.
I'm just saying specifically on Black fatherhood. You got motherhood stuff, first wives and things like that. You got that, but it's nothing just on just the stories based around the dads. That's what I'm saying. Fresh Prince was built around.
No, it wasn't. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't built around it, but there were a lot of instances.
Yeah, of course.
Where,
every show,
where they showed like, okay, this is the fatherhood moment. So maybe moments. I'll say that
because we a lot of, especially as Black men and women, we deal with mental health and being a father and want to be a provider and things like that. A kid will bring out your unhealed traumas. It could bring out your habits, good or bad, that you may not know. It'll also test your patience. I'm patient with this man. Like, I never, like, no matter how goofy I'm always patient with him. I've learned that I have mad patience in him. So it's like, but it's like there's nothing that's tackling on, like, they don't want to know Black mental health stuff. They don't want stuff they don't want us to wake up. They don't want us to wake up. They want us to just.
So if that's the case, then why not have your artwork available so everybody can see it and view it? How's anybody gonna know if you gatekeeping it?
Because the long ball with it, I don't say pause none of that shit. So because it's good enough to where if it get picked up, I can make money with it and it can spread out to a bigger audience instead of just a few. Because we could reach out. Some people find, like you said, you find with the pod just hitting the people we want to hit.
No, I wanted to hit everybody.
Yeah, but that's one of your goals. But it's like you doing it for the love. You do this for the love.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the foundation. It's passion. But so my thing is this. The reason why I say this is because, whether you like it or not, people are going to take your ideas. It's nothing you can do about that. That's just like me. I cover sports. You know what I do? The majority of the time when I cover sports, I'm scrolling on Instagram or TikTok and someone else is talking about something. Maybe they're talking about some breaking news that they caught before me. But guess what, though? People want to hear your perspective. That's what I was told. They was like, bro, it don't matter if 100 people said the same thing. But what's your perspective? What's going to be your delivery? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying, like, yeah, I get that you may not want nobody to steal your idea, but, I don't think you're doing any favors by kind of keeping it to yourself.
I agree, because I used to, my other plays are still available. It's just certain, like the Black Dads, because it's like, I have it if people want it, I just send them the link. But like, even my documentary, I have a documentary on YouTube on healing Black love and relationships.
Okay.
It's called Love Game Docs, and A lot of people have watched it, and I've gotten great reviews. It's a whole 2-hour documentary, and just interviewing people out in L.A.
And that's in public. That's public.
No, it's unlisted too, but I send it to people too.
But I mean, how many people walking up to you say, "Hey, can you send me your stuff?" Like, you know what I'm saying?
You know, I don't know. It was just because I spent 6 years on it, and it's like,
And you spent money.
6 years and money on it. But it's dope though. It was just like, because sometimes people will sit there like, I feel like people, they'll want to see it, but don't check it out. I send people a 2-minute trailer all the time. Everybody don't always check it out. You can't give me 2 minutes of your time? Or you just wanted to see if I was telling you the truth that I have a documentary. But yeah, that's why I send them the trailer. If you see the trailer, then yeah, I'll give you I'll let you see the documentary. If you give me a trailer and be like, I loved it. I love the different connections with the people and things like that. Okay, here's the, even if they don't watch it, but at least they take the time to at least watch the trailer.
So why not? Is the trailer unlisted too?
No, the trailer's available.
The trailer is public.
Yeah, the trailer is public.
See, so what I'm saying is, this is kind of not making sense to me, because what I'm saying is this: you go out here, right? You put a lot of time and effort into this. Is your passion, right? You know, you put your time, your money, your mental health, all of this, and to put in this. What you're saying is a beautiful project. I ain't seen it either, and if I just wanted to go and look online, I can't find it.
Facts.
So it's like, why go to LA, get into this industry, which is that you're in an industry to make film to put out to the world, but you're not putting it out, and you saying it's your best stuff. I mean, just let me know. Am I bugging out?
No, you ain't bugging. You got me stumped, nigga.
I'm just saying, like, bro, you could be, and you made this film how long ago?
I spent 2014 and 2020. You know, I was losing footage, reshooting, then having to.
So how long has the final product been done?
5 years.
So for 5 years that you could have had this thing online and getting some views, getting some feedback.
Oh, you talking about when I had it on? I had a screening for it in 2020, December 2020. Yeah, I did have a screening for it.
I'm talking about you not having it public on YouTube for 5 years.
Oh no, for two, yeah.
2 years.
Yeah.
You might need to go ahead and make that thing public, bro. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You just listen. This is 2023. There is no idea that hasn't been taken. That's not
true.
Yes, it is. I give an example. Look at these movies now. Mm-hmm. What are we doing right now? They just going back and redoing all the old shit. They're just going back and redoing it. That's just what it is. Somebody might come to you. This is just hypothetically. Those
the big movies, but the stuff you could get on these streaming platforms, you get some unique concepts.
Yeah, you will. But also, you mess around and a company comes to you and say, "Hey, we want to shoot your film. We want to redo it and make it bigger. We want to bring you in on it. We want you to direct it, or we just want to take the idea and give you a percentage of it." Now, I don't. This is just me speaking.
I'm open to selling a script now because I have scripts in the tuck. It's just I would just when I get, especially with this film shooting, almost like a one project. Because if I get that one project, I got people that's willing to invest because they'll see, oh, he knocked that down with the little he had. Oh, I'm getting it. I'm investing in the next one. Then I could be able to drop these joints, and then because here's the thing, I could get resources like I probably won't want to get, but. You know, I want to get it without having to compromise anything.
Listen, look, in today's age, everything is about numbers. Mm-hmm. So right now, if I'm an investor and I'm looking, you don't have anything to show me that your stuff is good. You don't have anything. I can't go to YouTube and say, "Well, damn, I
got like 6 plays on YouTube they could watch."
But what I'm saying, if I'm looking for your best stuff, I can't find it. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm looking like, well, damn, he got 500,000 views on this one movie, or he getting 10, 20,000 views, likes, reposts, shares per video. How's anybody gonna find that? You say LA is huge, so you're not gonna walk down the street and hand everybody a CD or a thumb drive with your trail on it, are you? You got to use.
I thought about that.
Don't do that.
I did think about that.
That's not it. You need to use what's available, what is free, and what is free is social media. Like, you got to utilize that. That's just like my podcast. My podcast brings in just enough numbers that I can call people my community. Mm-hmm. If I really wanted to turn it up a notch and post more and really do a lot more deep diving, my shit will grow a lot faster than what it is. I'm cool where I'm at now.
Yeah.
But if I would have never posted that, no one would ever know. No one would ever know. I wouldn't have the guests that I have if no one could find my stuff.
I want to tell you real shit. Why I hide it? I've been nervous lately. Because being in LA and learning, reveal the curtain, like the industry and how it work. It like I get nervous because how the world they kill our black leaders, and I always look at myself. I always felt like God's telling me I'm like a revolutionary leader. I've done revolutionary things. I have a documentary that, the quality is not probably where at its top notch, but the content is amazing. So people watch the grittiness. People love the grittiness, and it's against the grain. And it's like, this one I want to shout out Dr. Umar Johnson. Like I see guys like him because I'm a big Dr. Umar advocate, and I'm always saying like they're killing the black leaders. Umar's still good right now, but you think about guys who've really impacted the black community, they take them out. They took out King, they took out X. Shoot, they just recently took out Nipsey. I always tell people this. I wasn't the biggest Nipsey Hussle fan as a rapper, but one thing I could tell you, the impact he was having on LA and the community, if he was alive for 10 more years to spread that message that he was spreading, the way he was doing it, he could have impacted the world. And they always take out the black leaders who impact the world. See, Dr. Umar's not impacting the world. He's impacting the communities, but he's not impacting the world. Nipsey also had the ability to impact the world. And it was like, no, he's doing. So that's why I feel like they took him out.
So what did it have to do with your stuff though?
Because I've seen, like, you never came to a show. I have the creativity to give to impact the world. This documentary, if it got pushed, people watched it, and it would wake up people. Okay, baby, hold on. I'll get it. It would impact the way. Give me a sec. I got it. Yeah. It would impact. What I was saying, if I had money behind me with everything I created, I could single-handedly change the whole black community. That's really the truth. I didn't want to sit and really say that, but that's the gift I've been blessed with as a creator, as an artist, as things like that. I can impact the entire world if I really wanted to with my gift. With me as a person who as I am as a man, like I'm a unique specimen. So I know what I've been blessed with. And it's like I get nervous because I'd be like, my stories, like for example, like the Black Dads, it was deep messages in there, a lot of conscious stuff, talking that stuff that they're not trying to push. They're not trying to push a positive black dad story. They can have a good black dad in the show, but actually spending like they want to create this narrative that is still. There's a lot of deadbeats out there, but there's a lot of people like yourself and many other I know that breaks that narrative. That's a good husband, a good father, and things like that. But they don't push that shit. They don't push brothers like me, corny motherfuckers like me on TV. They push the knuckle. We've been programmed to surround ourselves with the people that we surround ourselves with. That's friendships. That's dating. That's why when you get older and you start getting in your 30s, you got to unprogram yourself to know what you really want in life, what you really want in a spouse, what you really want in yourself and in your career and things like that. But a lot of people don't know that because they've been programmed and to like whoever it is that they supposed to like, date whoever it is they supposed to date, but nobody really knows what the hell they really want.
It's empty. Is it empty? So my thing is, man, like, so this is what I'm just having a hard time digesting, man. Like, you just said some powerful shit. But you're also saying like you're in a position to be this, to like be that person, to be the voice, but you not doing it though. So it's like, what's the point of putting all this time and effort into something to not push it, or just to give it individually to people that you want to give it to? Like, what's the point?
Taking success by his throat. My old football coach in my semi-pro from LA, he always said, "You paintbrush niggas." So I brought Edwin, Matt, all on. He was like, "Y'all niggas fear success." I feel like that stuck with us too. He's like, "I fear success. Y'all could be great, but y'all just don't just take success." And that always stuck with me because it's like I can get it, but then it's like, what if I capture that? What if I do get this and I'm in the limelight and things like that, how I'm gonna respond. Now the attention's on me. How am I gonna handle it? Do I want that? And I wrestle with that. So it's like I'm trying to get this film going so I could hit it through the back doors, hit a streaming platform, get some bread through that and things like that. But it's like, do I really want to impact the community like I wanted to, like I've always wanted to? Because I know I can. But I'm like, how? And then so it's like sometimes I just hold myself back. I hold myself back a lot.
So you're in your own way, pretty much.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. So we talked a lot about fatherhood. So my thing is this: now you have a child. You said he's 3 years old.
He'll be 3 in October.
3 in October. October what?
4th.
Okay, I'm gonna get him something for his birthday. Now, do you feel like your priorities have had to change with you being in the business and the industry that you're in? Do you feel like your priorities have had to change in order to be able to raise this child correctly? Because I know that you talked a lot about stability. You talked about you was being homeless and things of that nature. Have you had to like pivot or maybe get into something else just to make sure that your child is taken care of?
Yeah, and yes, and shout out to his mama. She's such an amazing woman. She sets the foundation on, on things. And out of respect for her, she don't want me to mention anything when it comes to us. But I'm just going to just give her flowers because moms are amazing. That's how I don't say how we could respect. I know we ain't perfect as men, but we should always respect the mother of our children and just black moms in general, black women in general, So I have to let her know that she's amazing and she keeps things in order. I just provide the wisdom, I provide the resources and things like that to make sure everything is good, But it's like when I see you and others, I was like, y'all on some, y'all got things going. Like you got a big ass house, and it's like I be wanting to get there, but it's like I want to get there with the gifts that I know I could get and utilize them to where I could get there. And it's like trying to grasp that. It's been the hardest part, which has got in the way. So yes, I've had to step back sometimes to make sure I provide, because I got to make sure he's good, and
it don't always work like that, bro. I'm tell you some real stuff. Like I only know of one person that had a dream profession or something that they wanted to do since they was in school, and they are actually doing it, and they live in it, and they living real comfortable. I only know of one person. Everyone else that I know had to kind of either you went to school for something and you ended up doing something else. You just kind of had to get in where you fit in. Like me,
I didn't want to do that.
I'm a building manager for a government building. I was in no way, form, or fashion that I in school say, yeah, I want to manage government buildings. But it's a job. It's something that I somewhat enjoy, and it provides me what I need. I would love to say, well, you know what? I don't want to do that no more. I want to be filming, doing videography, and I want to be doing media broadcasting for the rest of my life. That's what I want to do. Yeah, it's a good idea, but if it's detrimental to, the operations of my household, I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, maybe when I get older and I got some play money and I'm already well off where I am in my career, yeah, I can have a late push, but I can't do that to the point where I got to figure out, where I'm going to stay or how am I going to pay this, or if they're going to come take my car or something like that, just for an example.
No, totally. And that's the thing that Crossroads with me when it comes to me being out in LA and being at town. Because sometimes I should be like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't just create anymore. Maybe I should just, but it's like, I'm always coming with things that I'm like, why would I create this just to not use them? Why would I create these? I want to be able to use these films, but it's like, maybe I can. Maybe it may not be right now. It could be a few years from now. It's never too late. So it's like, I've had to learn, like one thing, what you asked about, I had to learn more stability, over the last 2 years or so. I've gained more stability in the last 2 years than I've had ever. And not just financially, but more mental and emotionally, So, because it's like, I'm not as driven to create, even though I know I want to still create. I know I want to do this film, but it's like I have to focus on what's going on in my personal life more than anything. So it's like, even though I shot about 30%, I could probably get back out there and doing it right now, but that's not the best decision. As to before, I would have just went out there and just, I'm going to make it happen. So I'm noticing the differences. It's like, all right, it's not going anywhere. It's a film. I've been out there for years. I've seen people take 6-7 years to shoot a film, come out, look like they only shot it in like 8 months or something. Mm-hmm. So it's like, don't rush it all, and that's, I'm just learning. It's like, focus on what your priorities are and what matters first. And then when the opportunities, go back and tackle it.
You ever thought about short form content?
Short form content?
Yeah. You ever thought about making short form content?
Like short films?
Like content creators. You ever thought about doing that?
Oh yeah, I just don't know how to go about
what you
doing
mean?
it.
If you can write a whole film, you can make a 5-minute skit, can't you? Or 2-minute skit, can't you?
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's another way to that's another way to hone in on your passion and make a little bit of money.
And this is where you said getting in your own way, because I always feel like I'll be dick riding motherfuckers doing that.
No, your own stuff. I ain't saying go follow.
No,
not
follow,
doing.
but just like, oh, you want to do this shit and then create little clips and stuff too. But it's like, it's been working. People have been getting
everybody. There's thousands of probably millions of content creators. So it's like, why not?
I'm such a scatterbrain. It's like, I be wanting to like have a team, but I do. When I think about it, I do have a team around me. I just haven't been utilizing.
Bro, you don't need nobody to make sure to make a 1-minute video. Whatever message you want, all you need is your phone and maybe a tripod. You don't need nothing. You don't need people to do that. You just write it down like you've been writing it down. You find a spot and you record it and you put it out.
Everything I heard what you're saying. Everything I'm speaking right now, I feel is past tense, because losing my father, I've gained some unique perspectives, and I feel, you feel a difference. You don't know what it is, but it hits you, and it starts to form, like a certain level of growth that will hit you, and you're like,
well, not in that aspect. But I do feel, when I'm moving up as far as growth, personal growth.
Like being here, being around, like before, this is the difference. The first 9 years or so, when I used to come visit, I used to be ready to leave. I'd be a day here. I want to go back to LA, because I just didn't want to be here. Even though I embraced it, I'm like, whatever. Now, this is like the first time I've come home where I want to be here, want to see everybody, want to give people their flowers, give people love and stuff like that. And it feels good. It feels good to just and give people props. I was like, I seen you. I was like, I'll make sure I'll let you know that, you're doing your damn thing, because it's amazing. Like seeing people around me all getting married and things like that. It's empowering to me. And it's like, maybe I could get back to that where I could, that innocence in me again. Cause I'm a jaded ass motherfucker. That's just what it is. I work on myself. And like I said, I got my therapy, I'm praying and just creative. But, I'm a jaded dude, especially when it comes to relationships. So I'm just like, right now I don't be caring, because when I look at him and I spend my time with him, I was like, I'm fine with this. As long as he's good, it's like really nothing else really matters. The creativeness, that's going to be there. I'm a creator. I've been creating my whole life. I could finish this film. I could create other things, but I have to make sure I continue to build. I'm seeing people getting home. I need to get a house. I need to start thinking more. I've always thought creatively. I've always thought like creating this, creating that. But I never put that energy into that stability. Because if I put that same energy into this, I can have a house right now. I can have that.
I think you're overthinking, bro.
Yeah,
I think it's a lot. It's a lot of excessive overthinking, and that's what's causing you to just kind of, I'm gonna do. Nope, I'm not gonna do it. Oh, this is a good idea. Nope, I'm not gonna do it. That's what I'm saying. Like, for you to tell me that you've been doing films, you got a degree in it, and you're not even considering to make short form content, bro, you can literally you can do tutorials. Hey, look, this is a proper way to write a script, or this is how you do a set. This is how you interview actors or actresses. That's all free game that you can run. You can run that up on the internet, get views, and next thing you know, you're getting a monthly check, bro. Like,
I'll make sure I give you 3% when I put this
I
on
don't, need,
there.
I don't need no money. Look, I don't need no money, bro. I just need some. I need a little bit more execution, bro, because this is easy stuff. These phones nowadays, these apps that do all this stuff for you, bro, it's easy.
We're about to be done, baby.
So my last question for you, man, and then we're gonna get out of here. Any advice for any up and coming aspiring writers / film directors?
See your story through. Start one, finish it. You know, when I was younger, I used to do like work on 3-4 different scripts, and I wouldn't finish not one of them. So now when I work on a project now, when I write it, even if I see an idea for someone else, I don't go to it until I finish this one. Anything I do, I finish what I start. Finish what you start. Even if you 89% done, finish it before you go to the next thing, because then you're gonna leave that 11% dragging and you working on something else. It's like finish what you start. So I gotta finish this film. That's why I'm not doing any other projects or anything right now until I finish this film. So however long this film takes, whether it takes 6 months, whether it takes a year, I'm not doing any other project, because I could do another play, but no. This film is the main priority. So it's like I'm focused when I knock this film down, because we do this right. Like the first 30% has been amazing. So it's like, don't rush it. If we shoot this right, this shit will be on a streaming platform, and it will do numbers. I know that. It's going to be, so I'm slowly getting to that point where I'm going to have that impact, make that bread and things like that. I just got to grow with myself. So that's another thing as a writer. Grow with yourself. And sometimes writing helps you grow because you're creating things, but you're growing with yourself, because the hardest part about writing is one of the hardest things to do. The hardest part of writing is standing still. You can have all the ideas in your head, but sitting there like, all right, cool. We got my laptop out, get like that. And I got you, baby. I got you. We're going to eat. But creating that and putting it all together, it's like, that's the hardest part. So like I said, see it through. That is the main thing. You see it through. That feeling of accomplishment when you finish a story, it's one of the best feelings in the world. It's like, damn, I just wrote 120 pages right there. This thing, look, that's a great feeling. Then to execute it too, that's even better. So yeah, see it through.
Okay.
And trust God, G-O-D. G-O-D, you can never go wrong. Keep that faith.
Okay. Well, look, man. I appreciate you coming, man. I ain't talked to you since the pandemic. As soon as I left, we got sick, man. But let the people know where they can find you, where they can find your work. That's public. Like, go ahead and drop your social media handles.
Instagram, JT Love Game. That's the only social media I have. That's my problem. I need to expand more, get some Twitter, get this thing going. I got plays online. I got one of my best plays, which probably my most impactful play. It's Confessions of a HOE. You can go YouTube on that, or put Confessions of a Hoe. You'll see it. I've ran it.
Try the HOE.
Yeah, well, because when I used to promote it, I used to sit in the fire. It was like Confessions of a HOE, a hoe? No, HOE. But yes, hoe, but HOE. They'd be like, but why? It's like, it's the acronym because it sounds fancy. Who wants this? It sounds kind of like, you want to see Confessions of a hoe, or you want to see Confessions of a HOE? Like, ooh, HOE, that's enticing. What's that about? It worked. All 3 times, 2 to 3 times I did it, I sold out down there every show. One production was one of my greatest, but I just keep it real on that. But yeah, the Confession of HOE, I did a Christmas musical. I only got a trailer of that. I did a Caribbean play. It's a Caribbean spoken word play called Poetic Dance Hall. That's dope. It was a 2-hour play, but we condensed it into 20 minutes. So for YouTube, it's about a Caribbean. It was inspired by a true story, actually, when I moved to LA.
It's on your YouTube?
Yeah, it's on my YouTube.
So give the people your YouTube.
James, I didn't create a username for it. I just give people links. I never give people.
All right, well, just give me the link. I'll put it in the description.
Poetic Dancehall, James Turner, Elegant Moments by JT. That is my YouTube handle. I should create an actual handle for the YouTube.
It'll help. Yeah, it'll help you just a little bit.
My marketing ain't the greatest, brother.
Okay.
I just create. I wish I had a team. If I had a team, I could just create. I'd be worth like 7 figures right now. I could just create, but that's the goal.
Okay. Well, look, man, we're going to wrap it up, man. We're going to dress it up. I'm going to put this out for you, and I think everybody's going to love it, man.
Thank you, guys. Shout out Paint Branch 03, baby. We legends in this motherfucker. We was the last of the real class. Let's just keep it real, because after 03, I don't know what the fuck happened, you know. No disrespecting nobody, because it's good people, but, you know, we started going to war and shit like that. It was just like, nah, we was that thug thizzle, you know. Shout out to you, Leon, man. Keep it up. Keep being an impact on the community. This is the community podcast right here. So
I appreciate you. We done. Tapping out.